I wake up to an enticing aroma. Did Kira buy us breakfast again? Throwing off my blankets, I quickly get ready, then head into the kitchen. Instead of the beautiful baked spread from yesterday, I see clumsy plates of runny eggs, greasy bacon, charred tomatoes, and burnt toast. Mina scrambles around the kitchen, looking pleased with herself. Good morning.
Morning!
What are you doing?
What does it look like I'm doing?
Burning everything, including the water? My heart sinks as reality sets in. Mina is cooking. One by one, the delicious smells entice my friends out of their rooms and into the kitchen. Kosei is the first to arrive, with Erlen and Kira trailing behind. The delight on his face drops to alarm as soon as he sees Mina by the stove.
Mina, what are you doing?
She glances up in surprise, then breaks into a huge grin.
Oh, you're all up!
I glance suspiciously at the plates lined up on the counter. How can something smell so deceptively good and look so bad?
I wanted to do something special to thank Kira for yesterday, so I made everyone Western-style breakfast this morning. Eat up!
Someone call an exorcist. Kosei's concern transforms into horror.
Are you trying to kill us all?
Mina rolls her eyes.
Don't be so dramatic.
I'm not. It's a legitimate question.
Kosei turns to me.
My dude, back me up here.
I like this middle one. Anyone with eyes can tell this is not a breakfast that should be eaten. I grin mischievously. Kosei, I dare you to try it and see what happens. His eyes widen and he vigorously shakes his head.
No way! You can't pay me enough to put that in my mouth.
That's what she said. He blinks and then laughs.
Nice one.
Erlen brushes past us, shooting each of us a look of disdain.
Of course the boys are rude and unappreciative. I wouldn't expect anything less.
She flicks her hair back and offers Mina a smile.
I think what she's done is very generous.
Kira nods.
Yes, thank you, Mina. This is very nice of you.
Of course! It was the least I could do after all the food you bought for us yesterday. Go ahead, dig in!
She pushes the plates towards the girls. Erlen picks up a fork.
Thank you. I think I will.
Don't do it.
Oh, stop. It can't be that bad. After all, it smells so good.
That's how she lures you in. But don't be fooled.
Mina is right. You're very dramatic.
Ignoring Kosei's warning, Erlen shovels in a mouthful of food. Immediately, her smile freezes into place. Erlen? Slowly, she forces herself to chew, the smile becoming more and more strained with every bite.
Well, what do you think?
Erlen clears her throat.
Excuse me.
Quietly, she gently places the fork on the plate and then exits the room. Kosei and I share a silent look. Mina glances briefly at the doorway.
That was weird. Maybe she had to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, to vomit.
Mina glares at Kosei and then turns to Kira.
Kira, why don't you give it a try? I made it especially for you.
Don't do it, Kira. Save yourself.
Her brows crease in slight worry, but she picks up a fork. She digs into the eggs, watching it slide right off. After the second try, the eggs make it into her mouth. Her face remains a blank mask as she slowly chews. Is it good? After a pause, she shakes her head, then takes another bite. But you're still eating it. She nods. So it can't be that bad if you're managing.
It could be improved.
Mina looks worried.
Oh no, what's wrong with it?
Well, the poached eggs broke its shape, and that makes it hard to eat.
Huh? Those are supposed to be scrambled eggs.
Kosei grimaces.
It's even worse than we thought.
She glares at Kosei before turning back to Kira.
What else can I improve on?
Not burning everything, including the water. Kira takes another bite.
Is bacon supposed to be chewy?
Okay,
Kosei whisks the plate away from Kira.
this is getting dangerous now.
Mina's eyes are widened. For once, she agrees with Kosei.
Yeah, it's okay. If you don't like it, you don't have to eat it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I don't want you to force yourself.
Oh, excellent.
Before Kira can respond, Erlen bursts back into the room wearing a bright and cheery grin. She saunters over to her seat as if she'd never left.
Whoa! Erlen, where did you come from?
Thank you for your efforts, Mina.
Oh, you're welcome. Did you want more?
My, what a lovely morning we're having so far, aren't we?
Erilyn plasters on a bright grin as she ignores the question. Was she just hiding in the next room to avoid eating Mina's food? Wow, I can't believe you.
I'm not sure I know what you're talking about.
Uh-huh. How does it feel up there?
Up where?
All the way up on your high horse. Erilyn raises a delicate brow.
That's funny coming from someone who refuses to even try the food his own family made him.
That may be true, but Mina said I don't have to eat it, so I'm covered.
I did not say that.
Huh?
I said you don't have to eat it if you don't like it.
Yeah, and I don't like it, so I don't have to eat it.
How do you know if you haven't even tried it?
As she says the last two words, she shoves a forkful of eggs in my mouth. Kosei tries to stop her, but he's just a moment too late.
No!
I cough and gag at the goopy texture and slimy taste. Kosei, don't forget me.
Oh, come on. You're acting like it's going to kill you. It can't be that bad.
Famous last words.
Mina picks up a fork and takes a bite. Her eyes widen and she places the fork back down.
So, Kira, are there any good breakfast places around here?
We laugh and help Mina clean everything up. Try to feed it to the seagulls, but the animal abuse people showed up. Afterwards, we order food from a local cafe Kira recommends. They offer Western-style food, and we each enjoy the breakfast we were meant to have. When we're done eating, Mina sighs.
The weekend is almost over.
Yeah, today is the last day.
I can't believe it went by so quickly.
Kira nods.
I know! Way too quickly. But we better start packing since it'll be time to go home soon.
Oh, I'll miss it here.
Me too. But our families will miss us more if we don't go home.
Yeah, you're right.
Reluctantly, we clean up the kitchen, then everyone splits off to go pack up their stuff. I hurry back to my room and pile my things in my bag. I have almost everything I bought, except I can't find my phone. Probably left it out front. As I exit my room, I overhear Mina giggling and see her and Kosei staying close together in the living room. Their hands touch and their fingers intertwine as they offer her a towel. Hey guys! They both leap apart at the sound of my voice, and the towel drops to the ground. Kosei scratches the back of his head, trying to play it cool.
Oh, hey, man, what are you doing here?
Are you spying on us? Because that's not okay.
No, I think I left my phone here. I spot it tucked under the couch. And I was right.
Oh,
What are you guys doing?
Nothing?
nothing.
That's a perfectly unsuspicious answer. Uh-huh.
I was just returning Mina's towel.
Yep, that's it. Nothing further.
Okay, why did you have Mina's towel?
Oh, she left it last night when we went out. Ow!
Before Kosei can finish, Mina punches him in the arm.
What was that for?
Gosh, Kosei, why do you keep taking my stuff?
She glares a warning, tilting her head towards me. Do these two realize I have eyes and can see what's going on? Kosei's eyes widen and he panics.
Oh, sorry.
Wow, no comeback for once. You two must be really getting along.
What? No, we aren't. That's why I took her stuff, because it would be funny.
Mina continues to stare at Kosei, whose face pales.
I need to finish packing.
He darts out of the room before either of us can react. Once he's out of sight, Mina sighs.
Sometimes I don't even know why I bother with him.
Because he makes you happy.
Yeah,
Her face turns bright red when she realizes what she said.
I mean, only because we're just friends, and friends make each other happy. Like you! You would make me happy too.
Just admit it. It's really obvious that you guys are more than just friends.
What? That's crazy talk.
The fact that you just said crazy talk proves my point.
It doesn't prove anything.
You're my cousin, I know when you're hiding something. Besides, it's totally cool if you do like him.
Really? Wouldn't it make things weird?
No, what's so weird about two people who care about each other getting together? Seems like a natural progression to me.
It does seem natural when you put it that way.
Mina gathers up her towel.
Anyway, I should finish packing. And so should you. Mom and Dad will kill us if we don't make it back in time.
Yeah, they're looking forward to Family Day.
I'll see you in a few.
Okay.
Make sure you have your phone.
Make sure you have your towel. A blush stains her face and she hurries away. Hiding a chuckle, I double-check that my phone is in my pocket and then finish packing. When I'm done, I move my stuff into the living room and wait for the others to finish. One by one, my friends join me in the living room. Once everyone is accounted for, we conduct one last sweep of the house, clean up anything we missed. The same dark car waits for us outside and we quickly load up all of our bags. Once we're all settled, the car drives off. Stare out the window, taking one last look at the clear blue waves lapping at the sand. I'll miss the beach, but I'm looking forward to going home too. The gentle roar of the engine makes my eyelids droop and I slowly drift to sleep. Soon I'm shaken awake and I blink about around me in a daze. We're parked outside of my house. Guess we're being dropped off first. Following Mina and Erlen out of the car, I help unload our bags. We wave to Kira and Kosei. Thanks for having us this weekend, Kira.
You're welcome. I hope you all had fun.
Totally, we had a blast.
Yes, it was very fun.
We'll see you guys soon.
After we say goodbye, Kosei and Kira drive off while Mina, Erlen, and I enter the house. Uncle Hajime sits in the living room waiting for us. He smiles broadly in greeting.
Hi, Dad.
Mina squeezes him in a big hug.
Hey kids, did you all have a good time?
Yeah, it was fun.
The best.
The beach was beautiful.
I'm glad you had a chance to visit Erlen. It's been a long time since the Mato family had a beach vacation. Maybe it's time to rectify that.
Yes, it is.
Uncle Hajime laughs.
Don't forget, we have that big catering order tonight, so we'll need your help in the bakery. Come over when you're ready.
Okay.
Will do.
Mina stifles a wide yawn.
Actually, Mina, why don't you walk on over with me now?
Can't I drop off my stuff first?
You can put that away later. I can't risk you falling asleep.
What? I'm not even tired.
A loud yawn interrupts her last word.
Yes, that was very convincing.
Well, maybe I am a little bit.
As Uncle Hajime ushers Mina out of the door, he turns back to me.
We'll see you soon.
Okay. After they leave, I head upstairs and unpack. Then I freshen up and return downstairs just in time to see Erlen getting ready to leave. Hey, what are you doing here?
Waiting for you so we can walk together. Let's go.
Before I can press further, Erlen opens the door and I hurry after her. As we begin the short walk, I glance at her. I'm surprised you're helping out tonight since you're not on the schedule.
I don't have any other plans, so I'm happy to help.
Erlen volunteering to work? That's new. Are you sure you aren't exhausted? I crack a smile and chuckle lightly. You sure you don't need to rest? Normally you'd be exhausted by now. Erlen stares unblinkingly at me and I wonder if my joke upset her. Then she smirks.
I was able to rest on the ride back.
We soon reach the bakery and head inside. The little bell rings our arrival. Mina stands behind the counter and perks up when she sees us.
Finally! You took forever, cuz. Oh, hi, Erlen. I didn't know you'd be working too.
I wanted to help. Is there anything I can do?
Oh yeah, there's plenty. Here, why don't you work the counter and I'll keep an eye on inventory.
What about me?
Mom and Dad need your help in the back.
Okay. With our roles defined, we each get into place and get to work. Even though it's a holiday, we still have a lot of customers. Mina runs back and forth from the kitchen to the front of the house, restocking any bread and pastries that run low. I help organize the items for the catering orders, while Aunt Enrico and Uncle Hajime churn out beautiful baked goods. Eventually, I hear the final ding of the bell as the last customer leaves the shop. We join Erlen and Mina out front and collapse into the dining chairs. Aunt Emiko wipes her brow.
What a day! That was even busier than anticipated. Thank you for all your help, Erlen.
Yes, having an extra person here was definitely needed.
Somehow, Erlen still looks fresh, and her face lights up when she smiles.
I'm happy to be of service.
We'll adjust the schedule next week to make sure you have your day off.
Okay, let's prep for closing.
I notice the small grimaces in it as Aunt Emiko pushes herself to her feet. Uncle Hajime frowns.
Is your back bothering you again, Emiko? Go back into the house and rest.
Oh no, I couldn't leave all of this for you to do.
We've got this. You deserve a break. You too, Uncle Hajime. Erlen nods.
Yes. We'll be here to take care of things, so there's nothing to worry about.
Aunt Emiko relaxes into a smile.
Well, if you're sure. Then I suppose I'll go back and get supper going.
Don't worry about that. I'll make dinner tonight. For once, Cuz is right. You work too hard, Mom.
Didn't she learn anything from breakfast a little while ago? Just saying. Before she can protest, Mina ushers both Aunt Emiko and Uncle Hajime out of the bakery. She glances back at the two of us.
You two can handle this alone, right?
Yeah?
Great! Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Is there anything you wouldn't do? With a wink, she bolts out of the door. That was a weird thing to say.
Mina has her own form of wisdom.
Right. We set to work cleaning up the shop. Erilyn wipes down the tables and counters while I sweep the floors. Back in the kitchen, the last loaves of bread are still in the oven. These are the rolls Uncle Hajime prepared for dinner tonight. Erilyn and I clean up around the oven, washing and drying dishes and mopping the floors. I pick up the extra utensils lying around and make sure that they're put away in their respective places. As I reach for the baking tray, Erilyn suddenly grabs my hand and yanks me into her and away from the counter.
Stop!
Huh?
That's the tray I just took out of the oven. It's still hot.
Oh. Thanks for saving me, my princess in shining armor. Erilyn blinks, then clears her throat.
You're welcome. Just don't do it again.
I look at how closely Erilyn stands beside me with our hands still linked together. Is this what it feels like to be a damsel in distress? I can get used to this. I don't know about that. Things worked out quite well. Erilyn raises a brow.
What do you mean by that?
Nothing. She narrows her eyes as I smile innocently. We continue to stand together. I'm very aware of Erilyn's hand still clutching my own, but I don't know if I want to say anything. We feel natural together, her warmth heating more than just my hand. Erilyn follows my gaze and then quickly lets go, clearing her throat.
Anyway, let's finish up.
Yeah. We finish cleaning up in silence. Whenever we make eye contact, Erilyn quickly looks away and a blush dusts her cheeks. She must still be embarrassed. I have to think of something to ease the awkwardness. When we're done, I grab the rolls from the kitchen and notice the cookies. An idea forms in my head. When I meet up with Erilyn, I hand her a cookie with the words "Thank you" marked in frosting. She raises a brow as she tentatively accepts.
What is this for?
It's your reward for stopping me from doing something stupid. After a second, she breaks into a smile.
In that case, you'll need a lot more of these to give out at a moment's notice.
Hey, I'm not that bad. Erilyn giggles and I smile. She seems to be back to her normal self. Before we lock up, I sneak a few more pastries for me and Erilyn to share.
Even more rewards? What did you do this time?
No, this is because Mina said she's cooking dinner. Her face pales.
Oh, yes. I tried to forget that.
After some time, we finish cleaning everything and put all the kitchenware away. Finally, it is time to head home. We lock up behind us and walk back to the house. When we return, a strange smell lingers in the air. Can't believe my aunt and uncle actually let Mina cook. Glad I came prepared. Just as expected, dinner was challenging. Luckily, Uncle Hajime had thought to bake bread ahead of time, and we mostly survived off of that. Aunt Emiko was very encouraging, and she pretended to eat Mina's cooking, while Erilyn was very grateful for the extra pastries I snuck out. After dinner, we helped clean up and then returned to our rooms. It's been a long day, and I am beat. After relaxing for a bit, I change and get ready for bed. As soon as my head hits the pillow, I fall fast asleep. And in the morning, the cops show up looking for the guys who poisoned those seagulls. The sun shines brightly in the sky when I finally blink my eyes open. I roll over and check the time, noticing it's a lot later than I expected. Must have been more tired than I thought. Wonder if everyone's already had breakfast. Stuffing yawn, I throw off my blankets and roll out of bed. After getting ready, I head downstairs. My family are gathered in the living room. Good morning.
I think you mean afternoon.
I still have a few minutes.
Glad to see you're up, dear.
Were you all waiting for me?
No, we wanted to let you sleep.
Yes, we were. That's just being nice.
I look around. Is Erilyn still asleep?
She's been up for hours.
She went upstairs to check on Dana. Are you hungry, dear? We saved you a plate for breakfast.
Yeah, thanks, Aunt Emiko. I'll go get it.
Take your time. When you're done, we'll start the activities.
Mom was in charge of the games this year, so you know it's gonna be good.
Awesome. Looking forward to it. I head into the kitchen and heat up my food. The smell makes my mouth water, and I quickly wolf it down. After I'm finished, I return to the living room. Aunt Emiko and Uncle Hajime sit on one side of the room while Mina and Erlen settle on the other. Denna is curled up in a small ball by Erlen's feet. As I sit down, I see the front of the room is already set up for our very first game. Draw it?
That's right, but family style.
What does that mean?
Excuse me, but how do you play this game Draw It?
It's easy. Basically, one person will randomly choose a word or phrase from the pile of cards, and they have to draw what it is while their team guesses. If they guess correctly, then they win a point.
That sounds intriguing.
It's fun.
What will the teams be?
No teams. We're playing it family style.
Uncle Hajime pumps a fist, grinning broadly while Aunt Emiko nods. No teams? How does that work?
Everyone has the opportunity to guess the drawing no matter who's drawing it.
So we're competing against each other?
Oh no, nothing like that! We'll be one big team.
But then there's no one else to play against.
Oh my gosh, cuz. Don't think about it so much. Let's just play.
Yes, let's begin.
I still don't get it, but I might as well go with the flow. Mina shoots up from her seat.
Ooh, I wanna go first.
Sure, honey, go ahead.
Okay.
She pulls a card from the pile and starts laughing. What? What's so funny?
I just can't believe how perfect this card is. Here we go.
She picks up the marker and her hand flies across the page.
Dog,
No.
cat,
No.
wolf,
Dad, let me finish.
She shakes her head, still drawing.
cow.
Horse!
Yeah.
Mina motions for Aunt Emiko to continue.
Oh, it's a horse.
Aunt Emiko and Uncle Hajime stare blankly. Mina adds onto the sketch by repeatedly drawing a bunch of lines coming out of the horse. Well, we may as well beat the dead horse, I guess. I don't know, was it dead? Mina stares at me in horror.
No. What? That's so awful.
I don't know, you're the one drawing these weird lines coming off. It's like stink marks.
They're not stink marks.
Then what are they?
You have to guess.
This is hard.
Oh, is it a rocking horse?
No.
Denda joins in on the excitement and barks a guess, wagging her tail. Mina shakes her head.
Nope.
Denda whines, lowering her head in disappointment. Erlen has been suspiciously quiet this whole time, studying the picture. Suddenly, she stands up, a confident smile on her lips.
Get off your high horse.
Yes.
Mina screams in excitement and jumps up and down.
You got it.
What? Erlen, how'd you even know that?
I do believe a certain someone may have used that phrase before.
Yeah, I totally thought you'd get it, cuz.
I meant from the drawing.
Oh, it's quite straightforward. The lines are traveling in an arc from the horse's back down towards the ground, as in someone getting off a horse.
Or she could have drawn a person getting off a horse.
I didn't need to. It was totally obvious.
I'm not sure about that.
Now that you've explained it, I guess I see it.
Mm-hmm, me too.
See?
I don't think I'm gonna win this one.
Well, that was an energetic first round. Who wants to go next?
Dena.
I would. I understand how to play now.
Wonderful! Go ahead, dear.
The two girls swap place with Mina now taking a seat and Erlen staying next to the board. She pulls a card and then grins.
This is an easy one.
Picking up the marker, she begins to draw. Uncle Hajime, true to his strategy, throws out guesses immediately.
Sun, sunny day, rain, hail.
Oh, is it the weather? Or climate change?
Erlen shakes her head as she continues to draw. When she steps back, the board has a sun, snow, leaves, flowers, and a stake. What? Uncle Hajime and Aunt Emiko stare at the board, both completely falling silent. Even Dena is quiet. She cocks her head to the side as if confused. Erlen glances around.
Surely those can't be all of the guesses.
I'm sorry, dear. I'm not sure I have another guess.
Or if I even have a first one.
Yeah, this is looking a little too abstract for me to think of something.
Erlen glances at me. I have to be supportive. I have to be supportive. I try to think it through critically. The different weather, those are probably the seasons since it wasn't the climate. And steak is a food, and different food grows during different seasons, so... Is it seasonal produce?
No,
I deflate at Erlen's quick rejection.
Although that is not a terrible guess.
I'll take that as a win. Erlen faces Mina.
Mina, why don't you tell everyone what this is?
She studies the drawing and then bursts out laughing.
Oh my gosh, it's seasoning.
Exactly.
What? Aunt Emiko blinks and then grins.
Oh, I see. Seasons, seasoning, very clever.
Yes, hard to guess, but clever.
Why don't you just draw salt and pepper shakers? Erlen stares at me, so I just insulted her very being. Mina just sighs.
You're so hopeless.
Thank you, Mina. Of course you would be the one who understands me.
Definitely. You and I are one and the same.
That's the problem.
I couldn't agree more. It takes a certain level of sophistication, beauty, and poise to recognize good art.
Mina looks at Erlen with wide eyes, a cheery grin on her face.
Aww. Do you really think I'm all of those things?
No.
Absolutely. In fact, I'd go so far as to say you have all the qualities of being a Velden yourself.
Velden?
Sweden! She said Sweden, Dad. What are you hearing?
What a strange word to mistake for Sweden, dear.
Uncle Hajime laughs.
I guess my hearing isn't what it used to be.
Mina then breaks into the big smile and pulls Erlen into a hug.
But going back, that's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. Thanks, Erlen.
Erlen returns her hug with a smile. I have no idea what's going on here, or how beauty and poise are even relevant to a guessing game. Anyway, moving on. We played until everyone's had a turn to draw. Uncle Hajime and Aunt Emiko both drew flawless interpretations that were easy to guess. My attempt was okay. To my surprise, Erlen guessed it immediately. My heart flutters in excitement. Maybe we are on the same wavelength after all. Not sure who won, by the way. It was a lot of fun. We rotate through all the games Aunt Emiko planned for us. Erlen and Mina were a force to be reckoned with. When they teamed up, they won nearly every game. Who knew they'd be the dream team? Finally, after a lot of laughs, our celebration slowly comes to an end.
I'm glad we were all able to be here and spend the day together.
Me too. I can't remember the last time I laughed this hard.
Yeah, it's been a while since we did a family activity.
It has, hasn't it? We're always so busy that it's nice to have a day to remind us of the important things. Making time for friends and family. I hope you had a nice time, Erlen. I know most of these games were new to you.
Yes, thank you for inviting me. The games were very enjoyable.
We'll have to do this again, but for now, Emiko and I need to go to the bakery.
Thought we were closed for Family Day. They blink at each other and Uncle Hajime forces a laugh.
Aha! Very perceptive, we are, but,
There's a huge order that needs to be taken care of immediately. Right, Hajime?
huge, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Aunt Emiko grins mysteriously and Uncle Hajime's face lights up. None of my business, not getting involved. Not gonna pry any further, it's none of my business, nor do I want to know. Okay. Aunt Emiko smiles as she and Uncle Hajime get to their feet.
You kids enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you again tonight.
No, we won't. After we put all of our games away and tidy up the room, my aunt and uncle hurry out of the house. We pause, catching our breaths. Mina pulls out her phone and fiddles with it. I know she constantly checks the door. That's kinda weird.
Planning on going somewhere, Mina?
Nope, not at all.
Okay, then why do you keep looking at the door? Her phone beeps with a message and a blush rushes into her face.
Oh, well, actually, I'm going to go visit the Nakaharas.
The who? Sakose.
Yeah, no, Risa. I mean, Risa Nakahara. Okay, see you later, bye!
Her face is bright red and she hurries away before I can make a comment. Risa indeed. Erlen and I blink at each other.
She made a dashed escape at the first opportunity.
No kidding. With a shrug, Erlen scoops Denna into her arms and snuggles her affectionately.
Anyhow, my little princess and I are going to go spend some quality time together.
The pup licks her face and wags her tail before opening her mouth into a wide yawn. She blinks at Erlen as if she's surprised by her own sleepiness. Erlen giggles, snuggling Denna closer.
Well, at least until she falls asleep.
Alright, I'll see you later. The two of them head upstairs, leaving me alone. Guess that just leaves me and Erlen in the house. Since she's in her room with Denna, I'll hang out here in the living room and watch TV for a bit. I settle down on the couch and flip through a couple shows. A short while later, Erilyn returns.
While putting Denna to sleep, I've discovered something important that I need to share with you.
This could be phrased a lot better. You just got the pup, Erilyn. What the hell? She sits beside me and smooths down her skirt. What is it?
Are you sure you're prepared to hear it? It's quite shocking.
My curiosity burns. Yeah, I'm ready. Her face pulls into a serious expression.
Mina
Yeah?
is in a relationship.
I wait for her to continue, but she doesn't. Yeah, I know.
You do? But I haven't even told you with whom.
With Gose.
Yes. How did you know? Did they tell you?
No, but they're not exactly subtle about it. Why? They tell you?
No.
Then why are you surprised I already know?
I didn't think you would notice these things.
I noticed enough to see that Mina was asked out before you, which is surprising. I sneak a sly glance towards Erilyn. All joking aside, since she's very popular, I'm genuinely surprised she hasn't been asked out at school yet. Erilyn blinks then giggles.
Why is that surprising?
Must be supportive. Have you ever looked in a mirror?
Yes, of course.
Then you should know.
Enlighten me.
Now I know she just wants to hear me say it, and I'm happy to oblige. You're the most beautiful girl in the school. Her smile deepens and she plays with her hair.
Is that what you think?
Absolutely. She flips her hair back.
Anyway, you're incorrect.
Huh?
I have received many confessions.
I freeze. Wait, really?
Yes.
How come I know about this? She raises a brow.
Do you now understand why I didn't think you'd notice Mina's budding relationship?
Point taken. How come you never mentioned it to me?
Because it was irrelevant.
Still can't get over the idea that Erilyn's had multiple guys approach her and I had no idea. The thought bothers me more than I'd like to admit. Who approached you? Was it dice game? Suddenly my tone catches her attention, her eyes sparkle playfully.
Why does it matter?
It doesn't, I'm just curious to know if you're interested in anyone. A coy smile spreads across her lips.
Actually, there is someone I find interesting.
It's Kira, isn't it? My chest tightens. Who?
Just someone. He's very kind and funny. Sometimes he can act a bit peculiar, but that just adds to his appeal.
Didn't know Kira could pass for a dude. Best option would be the first one if we had the like an extension to go rough him up or something, but yeah. I think I know who this is. A smile grows on my lips. Erilyn's acting coy, which means there's a very good chance she's talking about me. Oh yeah? Maybe he's only peculiar to a certain someone because she isn't used to a lot of things in this world. Erilyn raises a brow and my grin broadens. I knew it. In that case, I think I might know him very well.
Oh? And who do you think it is?
Why don't you tell me and I'll tell you if my guess is correct. She smirks and pretends to pout.
I don't know. If you already know who he is, then there's no need for me to say anything further.
Erilyn quickly stands up and is about to walk away when I stop her. Wait, you can't leave me hanging like that! I leap up and grab her, pulling her back towards the couch, which causes her to lose her balance. She topples into me and we both crash into the ground. Oof. My head throbs as I blink my eyes open. Erilyn straddles me, her arms on either side of my chest.
Are you alright?
Yeah. She sits up after making sure I'm okay, and I perch myself on my elbows. A wry chuckle escapes me. Well, this feels familiar. She grins but stays in place.
So it is.
Except the last time this happened, you were ready to bite my head off.
That's because I hadn't realized how charming you were yet.
Charming? Did you mean to compliment me, or was that a slip of the tongue?
Everything I say is intentional.
This is the first time you've given me a genuine compliment.
I reserve those for the one I like.
Any uncertainty I may have had about Erilyn's crush disappears. He is a very lucky guy.
I'm glad he finally realizes it.
Tucking a lock of hair behind her ear, she bites her lips, suddenly shy.
So, now that you know who I'm interested in, who are you interested in?
Well, Actually, there's this one girl. She's a super cute blonde who's smart, confident, and caring. Her shyness dissolves into a brilliant smile.
She sounds delightful.
She is, although she does have this one bad habit of falling on people, but that's what makes her... Suddenly her lips meet mine in a fragile tinge of soft sweetness that sends electricity down my body. I breathe in her perfume and feel the hot touch of her velvety smooth skin as she melts against me. All I can think about is how lucky I am to have the most amazing woman in my arms. She shines brighter than the sun, and her commanding presence lifts those around her to be the very best that they can be. Heat blooms in my chest as I deepen the kiss. All too soon she pushes away, her lips teasing, lingering dangerously close.
For the record, she's only ever fallen on, and for, one person.
She meets my gaze, flashing me a playful grin. I feel the heat rising in my body. Noted. Pulling her back into my embrace, I kiss her again, lingering deeply into our heated passion. Finally, breathlessly, we pull apart. Marilyn's cheeks are flushed as her hair tumbles around us in a golden halo.
Should we stand up now?
No.
What if someone sees us like this?
My aunt and uncle will be at the bakery for a while, and Mina's going to visit Risa.
Which means we have the entire house to ourselves?
Exactly. She grins down at me, and I smile back. Eventually, the evening turns to night. Erilyn and I spend as much time together as we can before my family returns late in the night. By that time, Erilyn returns to check on Denna, and I'm already in my room getting ready for bed. My mind is bursting with a happiness that makes my head spin. It takes a while for my thoughts to cool enough for me to fall asleep with a broad smile on my face. To be continued. Hello. Thank you for playing Ethereal Enigma Early Access Episode 4. We hope you enjoyed it. I know, it's a pretty chill place to cliffhanger just when things were getting more steamy. There are a lot more exciting things to come. Please look forward to future episodes. Player feedback helps us tremendously when it comes to knowing what you enjoyed and what we can improve. Please consider leaving your thoughts on the forums. Thanks again for your support. We hope to see you in the next chapter of Ethereal Enigma.